Yeah, JJ Okocha did not mind what at all in his reaction to Jamie Carragher's criticism of the African Cup of Nations. The legendary midfielder took Carragher to the cleaners with his response. Of course, we know that Carragher said what was beyond him when he criticized the AFCON, that it was not a major tournament that was going to affect Mohamed Salah's chances of winning the Ballon d'Or award, and it has generated a lot of criticism from African football players. Mikel Obi, JJ Okocha, and almost everybody has reacted to that comment. And this time around, it's Okocha's turn to say something about it. And of course, Okocha did not mind what he didn't take it easy with it.
There are some players that will say something, you just overlook it. If you look at their career, if you look at the type of football that they played, then you can understand, I mean, you won't want your son to be like Carragher. So he can never appreciate African football or the talents that come from Africa.
It was the turn of another former Super Eagles midfielder, the former captain of the team, Mikel Obi, to also criticize Carragher for that embarrassing comment that he made about the African Cup of Nations. It should be recalled that Mikel Obi won the African Nations Cup with Nigeria in 2013 and under the tutelage of Stephen Keshi. And when he speaks, of course, we know that he knows what he's saying, especially when he has to do with a tournament that he has played many times and that he won as a player in 2013. Let's hear Mikel Obi out on what he has to say concerning Jamie Carragher's unfortunate comment about the Nations Cup.
Those tournaments that represent Egypt, represent the African root. Comments like this don't help. When we talk about players embracing the African root, embracing who they are, the inclusion that we're trying to create all around the world, not just in football. And you sit there discrediting all the continents, tournament, saying, it's not as good as yours. Who the fuck are you? It's not as good as yours. Who the fuck are you to speak?
Yeah,
if you won the Euros with England, I might understand that. If you won a major tournament with England, I might understand that. You won fuck all with England. Fuck all you won. And you trying to discredit the tournament that I won, that I shed blood tears, growing up watching it, players like Stephen Keshi, who passed away, who won it as a player and as a coach, the tears and blood that he shed to win that, growing up thinking, I want to win. One of my biggest things that I want to do is to win with my African country, is to win with Nigeria.
Yeah, of course.
That was my biggest dream growing up. Because I know how growing up, my dad, everybody used to watch it. The disappointment when we never get to win it. Every time we crashed out of a tournament, the disappointment, family, friends, people die from it. People die from losing in the African nations. And you discredit it?
Yeah. I can see you're angry, you're passionate, John, and
I am fucking angry.
For good reason. You've explained
and it's
that.
for good reason.
Of course.
Because I know how difficult it is to win the African nations.
Yeah.
I know. I know what it means to my people. I know. Yes, the authorities can do much better. Of course they can. The authorities can do fucking much better.
Broadcasters.
They can be held responsible. And this is why we get disrespected. Because of the people, the authorities, the people who sit there, who can make our football much, much better.
But, as you said to me, don't allow the bureaucracy to blind you.
The bureaucracy cannot affect you.
Because the players and
the players and the fans make up the tournament.
Yeah.
The players, the football, and the fans make up the tournament. The bureaucracy, I don't give a fuck about. It has to be better. Yes, it has to be better. Yes, it has to be better. But that does not take away what we enjoy, who we are. The flair that we have in Africa. Where the way we play, the way we enjoy our game, the way we watch our game, the way we celebrate our game, the culture of Africa. There is no better culture watching football, enjoying football. Go to the stadiums in Africa and watch the way people celebrate and watch football. The drums playing, the vuvuzelas going on.
I want that credit card to come out. You got to take me to an African Cup of Nations game, John. I need to come and sample it.
You
myself.
have to.
I would love to.
The joy. When people go back and watch it, the African Cup of Nations, the food, everything you enjoy.
I'll hold you to that.
And you can't, for me, this is what pains me. And that's why I'm so angry about it. So angry about it.
Another England international, Ferdinand, also slammed Jamie Carragher for his comment about the African Cup of Nations while using the opportunity to praise African players for their impact in European football.
That comment is representative of the majority of people out there would say that. I don't think that's right. I think that's an ignorant kind of thought process, because the African Nations Cup, if you go to Didier Drogba, Abidi Pele, over there, Samuel Eto'o, down to the
all
players
guys.
now, Mahrez, Mo Salah, Mane now, they'll tell you this is that we have to win this. It's a demand in their countries to win this. Yes, it doesn't get back to resources wise like Euros, etc. But doesn't that mean that you have to devalue it? It's a continent of huge power, a continent that contributes to European football through players immensely, massively. Like the amount of players that are representing football clubs in Europe and winning things from the African continent is like
crazy.
It's a ridiculous number of players. So it should be respected more than it is.
Yeah.
But what I would say is, because of the lack of resources that are put into it, and listen, we've had some African players that come out and have actually canned it for the lack of resources and hotel rooms and what goes on, flight issues, etc. So then obviously the narrative then from the media becomes, it's like it's a Mickey Mouse tournament, but it ain't. I understand what Jamie's saying, but I don't agree with it. But I understand that is the majority's fault, if we're honest, and it's not right. But a majority of people out there do think that about the African Nations stuff. But I think that the federations like FIFA need to make sure that they implement a way of thinking and language around the African nations that actually equals the Euros and the Copa America. I think that's the point. What Jamie was trying to say as well, where again I think he's right in what he's saying, because that is what happens. If Mo Salah won the African Nations Cup, that would have no bearing on anyone's voting. Which is wrong. When they vote for the Ballon d'Or, which is absolutely wrong. Yeah. That's what he was saying, and one of the parts of what his argument was. If Mane, he finished second, I think it's 2022. Yeah. That has no bearing on anyone's vote. I don't think anyone, when they're voting, the captains and the media and all the managers, I don't think they go, before I just make a judgment on who is a top three, where did Mo Salah finish in the African nations? It's true. I don't think anyone asked that question. And that's wrong. That's where it needs to be changed. I think that's where, again, the language, where media, where FIFA need to start really punching that home, that the African nations has to be taken as serious as the Copa America and the Euros.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to drop your comments in the comment section, and also click on the notification button and the subscribe button.